The world had thought that China had reined in its outbreak within its borders. How serious is the situation now?
Well, as you mentioned, Sherry, the closing of the schools was a pretty big setback. They've just started to open over the last month or so. Beijing's raised its alert level to the next, the highest again. That had just come down one level last week. It's pretty serious. We don't know the full extent just yet. Sort of the government experts from the China Centers for Disease Control are saying over the next 2 or 3 days we'll really get a sense of how bad this outbreak is. Anyone who's been affected, most of those people should be showing symptoms in that time frame, so we'll see how under control or not under control things are.
And John, Bloomberg has reported that China is starting intensive testing of imported meat for coronavirus. What do we know?
So there's no conclusive evidence yet of where this outbreak started from. But there's been a lot of conjecture and a lot of investigation into the role that some imported salmon from played after they found some samples of the virus on a cutting board where imported salmon had been chopped up. That sort of sparked this a lot of concern, and people started taking action before all the facts in, and they're testing all the meat that they get shipped in. They're testing everybody who works at seafood markets. So it's sort of trying to get ahead of the curve as much as possible.
How targeted is the lockdown right now in Beijing compared to what policymakers did back in Wuhan?
It's a bit more targeted. They've locked down some of the communities around the markets where infections have originated. That's opposed to, let's say, in Wuhan or earlier in the northeast of China, where they sort of locked down an entire city after a little cluster of infections was discovered. Obviously, there's two reasons probably behind that. One is Beijing is the political business capital of China. Shutting down Beijing has a substantial higher cost than shutting down other cities. And, of course, over the last couple of months, the authorities here have gained a lot more knowledge about how to tackle the infections.